2, 1.
Ready.
Just relax and enjoy the ride.
In crowd, 815. In crowd, 815. In crowd, 815. In crowd, 815. 815.
Hey, good morning. It is true, and you already know that this is true. You can travel east or west infinitely, forever. Go north and south. You're going to end at some point. I'm Greg. He's Tom. It is your In Crowd 815 podcast for the 6th day of January, the year 2024, the latest it has ever been.
In the history of mankind.
Congratulations. You made it. Happy New Year, buddy.
Oh, Happy New Year to you, too.
I'm thrilled to be in 2024. How about you?
Oh, I am, too. I partied like crazy on New Year's Eve. 9:30. I was up till. Oh, wow. It was just incredible.
We were partying like it was 1999. Not really. We had family for the week. And honestly, we were planning on staying up till midnight. But my daughter, my wife and I ended up staying up till about 12:30 playing cards while other family members were doing different things.
Yeah.
And
we actually had 5 grandkids over. And my daughter and her boyfriend, my other daughter and her husband, they came over. So we had about 15 people. But I was doing one thing and one thing only. And that was watching the Green Bay Packers beat the Minnesota Vikings 33-10.
That was the highlight of New Year's Eve, right?
Oh,
there.
you better believe it was. I sat here in my office. This is where the In Crowd 815 takes place.
Look at that.
I know.
Hey,
Polls, numbers are a little jacked, but hey.
we've got some shout outs today, but we have some special guests we want to get to. And before we do that, we are going to keep doing our big number of the week. Yes,
all right.
And our current race to 10 will continue because Joann wants to beat Tom again. She is so competitive.
It's very competitive, yes.
Our current race to 10 is 7-6, and Joann is in the lead by 1. Big number of the week this week is 700,000. Your answer is truck or target. Truck or target. Put your guess in the chat, in the comments. We'll find out. You get some bragging rights if you win there. Maybe someday we'll actually have prizes, Tom. Maybe someday.
Yeah.
Remember when we were on the radio, we had prizes. That was fun.
Yeah, you had shirts, T-shirts.
We gave away T-shirts for a while and gift certificates and such. So,
oh, that's right. Gift certificates. Forget about that. You're right.
Yeah. Edible Arrangements was a sponsor at one point.
That's right.
So anyway,
yeah,
we will give you the answer before the end of the show. And we've got Good Morning Facebook users checking us out on our group page, on the In Crowd 815 group page. So thank you for that. We're trying to get it again on Instagram today. And I know if you're on Instagram watching us live right now, you're saying, Greg, the picture don't work. I know, because the picture, I can't change it mid-show. Once I've chosen the format of the screen, that's where we are. So if you're watching on Instagram and you want to actually watch and not just listen, come on, join us on LinkedIn, YouTube, or Facebook, and you can see the whole picture, okay? But Instagram is now basically up there just for audio purposes only and awareness. We'll call it that. Our guests this morning are involved in something called Birth to 5 Illinois. Birth to 5 Illinois is redesigning the early childhood education and care system with families at the center, and I'm wondering what that all means. So let's find out from Lisa, Livia, and Kelly, who are sitting by in their office this morning. Or where are you guys? Where are you ladies today?
Yep, in our office on Riverside Boulevard.
You are awesome, because I bet you got up early and special to be on the show today. So thank you for that.
Yeah, we sure did.
We certainly did.
I appreciate that very much. And I hope that this serves you very, very well in what you are all doing. So before we get into Birth to 5 Illinois, let's start with you ladies. Who are you? Where are you from? And what brought you to Birth to 5 Illinois? Just gonna go across the screen, take turns, and tell us about yourselves.
Perfect. My name is Livia. I am from the area as well, born Rockford, and have been in the Rockford region basically my entire life. background is in early childhood. I do have a bachelor's degree in child development, and then went on to, excuse me, get a master's in public administration. And so what a perfect meld of experience and education to be working with Birth to 5 Illinois.
Awesome, Livia. Who's next?
Yeah, we'll let Kelly go.
Okay, so my name is Kelly, and most of my professional career really started out, I was working with adults with disabilities for about 10 years. But even during that time, like the childcare and like working with children and families was there because I was volunteering for places like the Boys and Girls Club. And then they ended up offering me a job because, I don't know, I might have been a little, I wasn't going anywhere and they knew it. So I was just going to be sticking around no matter what. So I was there kind of like doing both. And then just working with families and community for about 6 years after that. So when I saw this position, I was just like, you know what, I got to go for it because there's one thing to help out, but when you know that you can do more, and I felt like Birth to 5 Illinois gave me the opportunity to do more than I was doing. So here I am.
Yeah. And I'm Lisa COEN. I actually grew up in here until about 5th grade, and then we moved due to work. In my 20s, I did all business administration, database, customer service. And in my 30s, I was lucky enough, fortunate enough to stay home with my daughter. Went back to school, proud alumni of Rock Valley College and Rockford University, Bachelor of Science in Management Studies. And when this job came up, I was fortunate enough that Livia noticed I had the skills required for this administrative job. So we're a good team.
Awesome. So you are the dynamic trio here in
right.
Northern Illinois. What area do you service basically?
Yeah, there's 39 regions across the state of Illinois. We happen to represent region what we call 4, which is Winnebago and Boone County. So
Okay.
interestingly enough, there's 39 Livias, 39 Lisas, and 39 Kellys across the entire state.
I know you don't mean that literally, but that's pretty awesome.
Super teams of 3.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Maybe
this-
she does actually.
I shouldn't assume.
Yeah.
These questions. I'm curious if because this is a fairly recent development in Illinois, correct? This has only been started now for a few years.
Yeah, we're approaching year 2, region-wide with the region.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And building this statewide regional community system, are you seeking people to volunteer? How do people get involved with what you do?
So a lot of the information can be found on our website. So that would be www.birth5il.com. And then you can just search for Region 4. So that will be us. And we have people who are volunteering for our action councils, as well as the family council. And we're going to start recruiting for those things again, coming up pretty soon here. So if you're looking for a way to be involved and have your voice heard in our community, that's the best way.
Okay. Got your big map here up on the screen, birth5illinois.com. Lots of different partners involved with what you guys are doing.
Absolutely.
If someone needs more information, birth5il.com. We'll put that in the chat here real quick so people can find that very, very easily as far as the link goes.
Right. If you do a /region 4, it'll pop up right to our page.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So if I can do a /region 4, let's see if I can do that on the fly. Sometimes I can type, sometimes I can't. So look at that. I think it works.
Well, you got it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So it's funny because, usually when I have an organization like you guys on our show, I have to ask you like, oh, what age groups do you serve? It's in your name.
Right.
It's literally in your name. So I guess when people, the number one reason why you guys exist, I guess, what would be the focal point of, I'm sure there's other ancillary things that Birth to 5 Illinois does, but what's really been the what would you call it? I don't know, the whole tip of the spear here. What really started?
Driving force. It's exactly what you said. It's at birth to 5. In those first 5 years, and particularly the first 3, that is when, children's brains are developing at the biggest rate they ever will. And so it's an important time to make sure that our little ones across the state are supported with, quality care or intervention services that they may need. And little tidbit of info, between Winnebago and Boone County, we have slightly over 24,000 children aged 0 to 5, and under 10,000 childcare slots, we call them, kind of like seats, available to care for those kids. So again, that's over 10,000 children that don't even have access to childcare. We always like to say, if you're, expecting a baby, you better get on that list as soon as you find out, because it's going to be slim to none being able to find childcare in our area. So it's critical across the United States, but it is critical also in Winnebago and Boone County. We are in a dire position here. We need more early childhood providers enter the field.
And that's I think I mentioned to you, Lisa, when we met at Next Rockford a month or 2 ago. My daughter works at a local childcare, and she sees that need every day. And they have a waiting list where has worked for the last few years. And is there a push? Is there a program? Is there something being made available to those to maybe inspire and encourage people to start new daycares? Is that kind of part of the goal?
Yeah, and your daughter, Mariah, one of our spectacular childcare providers in the area. We only need 500 more of her, and we can really fix this crisis. So Mariah took advantage of some of the scholarships that are out there for people to enter the field, the enticement of having that financial backing to, go to school and get that degree. So there's programs like that out there to support education, entering the field. And then once you do become employed in let's just say a center, for example, there are also financial supports out there for centers to keep an individual employed.
Okay. So, and that sounds like it's going to be equally a big thing. It's not just childcare being available to those who are struggling to find it or can't afford it. It's finding the workers to do it. There are two major things that are needing to be solved here.
Yeah, we can't fix one until we have the workforce is really the number one issue affecting our region. So it's something we're really diving into, at Birth to 5, is what can we do to bring our resources together and provide information to policymakers that we can really make some change for our region.
It sounds, Tom, a whole lot like my real estate conundrum right now. We need more sellers because we have plenty of buyers, and the buyers that want to buy houses that need a little bit of help, they're getting help with down payment assistance and IHDA funds and stuff like that. But then they get it and they qualify for it and they can't find a house to buy. It's happening in childcare too. We're in a strange situation here, but
it's like applying for a job. Well, we need somebody with more experience. So then you go get the experience. Oh, well, you got experience, but you don't really have the education. It's like, come on. You can't have it both ways. But anyway, I get what you're saying. That's a tough one, especially when it comes to the kids. We always say we want to make kids a priority. Let's do it. Let's show that we're making kids a priority. Volunteer. Do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if someone in Rockford did want to volunteer their time or their resources to your cause, is there some immediate ways that people can contribute or get involved with Birth to 5 Illinois?
We love to connect with the stakeholders out there. We see in the comments here, Rockin' the Spectrum. Please, go to our website, reach out. You can get in contact with us that way. Otherwise, as Kelly mentioned, the volunteering for the councils coming up. Those are also comprised of stakeholders and family members.
Okay. So feel free, reach out, start this new year off by connecting with Birth to 5 Illinois. If you think there might be a connection, even if you think it's a long shot, take the shot, connect with them and find out, ask questions, and just see if this is something that can maybe solve some of the issues that you're currently facing. is there anything else? Is there like, I know you're young enough, you've been around for a year and a half, 2 years. So is there some success stories coming out that you're starting to see, that you're gaining some traction, that I'm looking for some encouragement for you guys to say, hey, we're in the right direction, we're doing the right thing. Are you starting to see that yet here as so young of an organization as you are?
I would say so. For example, Belvedere out in Boone County was considered a preschool for all desert, and they have applied and been awarded preschool for all grant dollars. So they will be expanding. And so we're seeing the traction, and we as a Birth to 5 team, we're using data that we have access to help people apply for grants like that and use the resources that they have available to them.
Awesome. That is good to hear. Anything else on the serious side that you wanted to make sure we talked about this morning about your organization, that we want to get the word out about what Birth to 5 Illinois is doing right here in the 815 area?
We just want everybody to know that you're all stakeholders in this game. You mentioned housing, it's all connected. We've got 2 big employers, who will be expanding their workforce. Hard Rock, we've got, Stellantis coming. And so we've got to consider the housing, but the other important piece is childcare, because if you don't have somewhere for your children to go, it's going to be pretty impossible to do the work. So other than that, we do have some fun events that we're collaborating with coming up.
So we're going to be working at the Northwest Community Center with the Week of the Young Child Fair, and that's coming up April 13th. We participated last year. We're always out in the community. Kelly's our family and community engagement specialist. We get out there and we talk to providers. We're talking to parents. We're playing games and interacting with the kids just to kind of get a feel for what people that don't normally have a voice at the table need in terms of childcare. And so we're going to be working with Week of the Young Child on April 13th at the Northwest Community Center from 9 to noon. If you've been before, they've been happening for over a decade here in Rockford. And it's just a fun event for kids of all ages. They're going to have a DJ, dancing, resources that you can come to the tables and kind of ask questions. So we're always, we try to be at as many of those events as we can be. So please come up and we'd love to chat with you.
And you said that's in April.
April 13th, that's right.
April 13th.
The Week of the Young Child is the 6th through the 13th, and the Resource Fair at Northwest Community Center is the 13th.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And that's going to bring a lot of resource partners together that you're familiar with in this area.
Okay. Well, we'll definitely want to see, once you get that, do you have a flyer already, something posted on Facebook and stuff?
We are working on that. The committee, I'm part of the committee. We just started meeting. So this year this month, we're really starting to ramp up now that the holidays are over. So you'll be seeing more about that in the press.
So we'll be sure to share that once we start seeing that get posted around the area. I know Tom's got some trivia he wants to share, and I think you guys sounded like you were game to play a little trivia with us. And I'm not sure if Joann's ready to play yet. So while she's...
Well, what I was going to suggest is I could just read the trivia for the girls here, and then I can come up with 3 others for you, Joann, and I. Okay. Well, you and Joann.
Well, the fun question I had for our ladies this morning, and I because there's 3 of them, I bet at least one of them will come up with something fairly quickly. We're gonna test their morning skills here, their morning cognitive skills. They've already passed. So that's a joke. If your organization had a theme song,
oh gosh,
what would be the theme song for the organization Birth to 5 Illinois? Is there something that's maybe that makes sense, that would just kind of make people think about Birth to 5 Illinois as a theme song? I mean, I've got one at the top of my head right now, and it's probably gonna, if I say it, it'll throw you off and you'll go off a tangent. So I want you have one first.
Who sings All Stars?
Oh, I'm thinking All Stars. Who sings that?
Smash Mouth.
There you go.
Smash
All
Mouth.
Stars.
There you go.
We're including
you're an all-star.
the entire
Game
community
on.
of stakeholders.
We'll see, Tom, if they like me or hate me after I bring this one up. I was thinking maybe like Justin Bieber, Baby.
Baby. Oh my God, that's exactly what I was thinking. Baby,
Oh my
baby,
God.
baby. That's exactly
On all of our
what it is,
tags,
yeah.
we try to put for the babies.
For the
That
babies.
is our tag.
Yeah.
There
Or
you
Baby
go.
Love by the Spring.
Oh,
Baby
that's even
Love.
better. That's it. That's
I love
the
that.
old school stuff.
You
Usually
guys
goes
won that
better
round.
with the masses. So I would recommend that for Justin Bieber. Although I think the Bieber song would work too. So
It would.
anyway, so I'm really encouraged by hearing what you are up to and growing here in the Northern Illinois area. I'm looking forward to hearing your success stories, bringing this stuff all together. So we'll keep tabs on you, and hopefully, like I said, once the flyer comes out for the April event, either we'll promote that and or have you back on again so we can give
We
that
love that.
Oh, okay. So
Ready.
3 quick questions. You guys ready? All right. Question number 1. Your categories, by the way, are Monopoly, Charlie Brown, and Seattle Seahawks. All right. Let's go Charlie Brown first. How many ornaments were on Charlie Brown's Christmas tree? 1 or 3? Once again, how many
He's
ornaments
making it
were on
multiple
Charlie
choice.
Brown's
That should
Christmas
make it a lot easier, right?
1 or 3? You get one guess between the 3 of you.
Okay, they're gonna go with 1. I know the one he puts on the top is the one that makes it droop. So I'm gonna say 3. It was 1, 2, and then the top one made it droop.
Well, I'm going to go with 1 because that's the answer. 1. All right. Nicely done, Lisa. I believe was the
Bye,
one that was
everybody.
holding up the one back there.
I can't win it.
All right. Yeah, you're out. You're out.
All right.
Okay. In regard to what does the B and the O in B&O Railroad stand for? Got to get them both. Once again, in the board game Monopoly, what does the B and the O in B&O Railroad stand for?
I mean, who pays attention to these details?
I know.
I have no idea.
Boardwalk, something.
I was going to go with when you cross go, how much money do you collect by that?
That's too easy. I think the B stands for Baltimore, but I don't know what the O
You are
stands for.
correct. You are correct on that. You're half right.
Baltimore to what? Omaha?
You get half a trophy.
Oh, yeah.
I can't really break it in half, then I ruin it. So
What city starts with O that might make sense for the B&O Railroad?
how about what state starts with O?
Ohio.
Ohio is correct.
Hey!
That's right. Baltimore and Ohio. All right, final question. This is basically for Kelly, but all of you can answer.
All right.
All right. Seattle Seahawks have been in 2 Super Bowls. I'm going to get the pen out of my hand. 2 Super Bowls. They won 1 and they lost 1. Who did they beat?
Who did they beat?
Yep. I'll even give you the year.
I know
2014.
they lost to the Patriots. I know that's the one they lost.
Yep.
We did lose to the Patriots, and,
That
and
was-
it was the worst loss ever because we were right there, and that's what happens when you don't give Marshawn Lynch the football. But
Yeah, you got to give the man the football.
so
Let this be a lesson to all of you. If you're going to take a test in school, wear a Russell Wilson jersey because you'll pass even though you shouldn't.
yeah.
Ooh, good one. Good one.
Yeah.
Oh
right, so
my
anyway.
gosh.
2014, they beat who?
Nobody ever remembers the
I
losers.
can't remember. They lost.
The year before they lost to the Patriots, they beat. Who did they beat? I can't remember.
Best guess. I can't remember.
AFC team.
Quarterback of the other team, yes, AFC team. Quarterback of the other team, his initials were PM.
The Chiefs.
Oh, no, Patrick Mahomes is a good guess. Patrick Mahomes wasn't even in the league then, but very good guess.
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning, Denver Broncos.
They beat the Broncos.
They beat the Broncos.
Beat the
In fact,
Broncos.
this was the one where they scored the first 2 points of the game on a safety. First play of the game, right over Peyton's head, goes into the end zone, 2 points for Seattle. And from there, it was all downhill.
All over.
And you know what? A little personal note here. That was the year that my Packers were beating Seattle 19-7. They intercepted the ball with just over 5 minutes left. That was 2014 season. And then that disaster happened with Mike McCarthy, the supposed onside kick recovery.
It could be
Why are you
argued that
clapping.
was,
You're a Bear fan, aren't you?
I'm
That
not a
might have been
yes.
that might have been the worst Packers loss in my lifetime.
All right, Livia, what is your team?
Bears.
Okay,
Mhm.
so personal bet,
We
you and
live
me
in
tomorrow.
Illinois, so.
No, I'm not, as a Packer fan, I'm not automatically stamping this as a win. This could be a tough game. Bears have a really good defense, so
We will see, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Yes, we will.
showdown for sure. I'll be watching.
anyway, well, ladies, you did all right. You
Yes.
get half a trophy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't break it in half. Wait a minute.
We're glad your team won on New Year's Day. We're happy for you.
We don't
Oh,
like
I was happy
we
too.
mutually do not like
There you go. There you go. I got a half a trophy now.
Perfect.
Awesome.
So
Perfect.
you get half of it.
Sounds good.
These are cheap.
Good at sharing.
I bought them at the $1.25 store, $1.25 tree,
There
and
you go.
so they're broken.
Well, if you feel like you've gotten all the information out that you can with us this morning, we'll let you go. I want to give you one last opportunity to share anything else. Livia, Lisa, Kelly, any other last comments or questions or anything that you want to throw out before we let you go this morning?
I think just, if anybody has any questions, follow up with us at our website. Again, Lisa had just mentioned the IRIS system coming to town. It's important that we have a connecting service system. So that's in development. And we'd love to kind of talk to our stakeholders in the area who work with families. It'll help get you connected.
Awesome. And the link to the website is in the chat. Easy one to find, birth-to-5il.com and /region4 if you want to get right to these three lovely ladies and the work they're doing in the 815. So we wish you a very happy new year. Thanks for coming on, and we'll look forward to connecting with you again probably a little before April.
Yep,
Great.
sounds great.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.
Take
God
care.
bless.
Birth-to-5.
Keep up the good work.
Let's put that really big up on the screen one more time. There's that big logo that they've got there.
What a
Birth-to-5
great organization that is.
Illinois, and reimagining. I can speak. We are reimagining a more equitable early childhood education and care system that respects family and community voice and works to ensure it is centered and prioritized at every level of decision making in Illinois, and that is obviously a very important thing. So thanks, ladies, for coming on here today. Joanne's been back and forth over there on and off the camera. She's at PAWS Humane Society, and while she's doing what she's doing, when she gets back on the camera, we'll bring her up. But I do have some shout outs for this week that I want to get to. I'll start with the most serious of the shout outs, and that is the passing of a friend. Anyone who's been to a Ski Bronx show, which I'm wearing my Ski Bronx shirt today in honor of the late great Ward Baxter. Ward was a show director when I started with the Ski Bronx. I spent 3 years with them, which was 2012, 13, and 14, I believe, are the 3 years that I was involved in being their MC. Ward MC'd, Ward show directed, Ward drove boats, Ward did everything. And him and his wife Jackie were and their sons major parts of the Ski Bronx. He just passed here December 30th. His beginning of his obituary reads: Ward Baxter, age 64, passed away peacefully at home, surrounded by his family, Saturday, December 30th. Born October 22nd, 1959, the beloved son of the late Robert and Connie Baxter, born and raised in Rockford. Was a graduate of Harlem High School, class of 77, an avid water skier, skied professionally in his younger years. While he was at Marine World in California, he met Jackie, and they were wed for over 34 years. They raised their family of 3 boys, Tyler, Cameron, and Garrett, right here in the McChesney Loves Park area. Volunteering with the Ski Bronx for over 25 years. They were in all of the acts. He did everything, and I really learned a lot from Ward those 3 years that I was the MC of the Ski Bronx. There will be a memorial service held for him. They've been living down in Dickinson, Texas, these last few years. So the initial memorial service is January 16th down there. February 17th, there will be a service in McChesney at the GPS Church. Again, that's Saturday, February 17th. So Ward Baxter passing on December 30th. Also want to give some shout outs this week to some great clients. It's been a busy first week of the year, Tom. I want to congratulate Chelsea and Kyle, and congratulate Christine. And I think I can congratulate Andrea too. I got to get the signed contract back, but we got a verbal acceptance on their offer too. So I have 3 houses under contract this week. It's I've been telling people the beginning of the year, with these interest rates now starting to slide down a little bit, the activity is ramping up, and we need more buyers still desperately, and even more so now because people are excited about these interest rates getting back under 7 again, and all indications are we might actually get under 6 before the end of the year, maybe even by the summer. Here's the thing. If you are really ready to buy a house, if you've been wanting to buy a house and you are financially ready to do so now, you shouldn't wait for the interest rates to come down. You could always refinance later. What you can't do is necessarily find a house later. Okay, because the inventory is the real crisis right now that we have in real estate. There's not enough houses to buy. Last week, when I ran the numbers on, was it Tuesday, 868 on the market, but over half of them were already spoken for, under contract. So not a lot to choose from. Finding the house is the real challenge. If you can afford the house, buy the house, refinance later if rates do continue to go down. So Chelsea, Kyle, and Christine and Andrea, congratulations on your contract this week. I know you do trivia a few nights a week across the areas. I actually won a bingo this week at Rascals playing with my wife. They do bingo at Rascals every Tuesday night. If you're looking for something kind of fun to do and free, just order.
And they do trivia on Wednesdays.
And it's a lot of fun. It's fun trivia. I played trivia Thursday night, and I lost by a couple of points. I took second. Took second. You were there.
Second. Yep.
Awesome. So
not at Rascals. This is at Tad's. Tad's on the Rock.
Okay. That's another place to go.
Yeah.
And then my last shout out for this week with the GTTN group, Growing Together Through Networking. If you are a local business looking to do some networking, there's a lot of opportunities. Obviously, In Crowd is coming up at the end of this month, and we're going to be at DLT Stone Countertops on the last Thursday of January. We'll talk more about that, I believe, next week. I think we're having Natty on from DLT.
Okay, I got a suggestion for you. GTTN Network, your slogan should be getting it done. Growing Illinois through. Growing Illinois through.
That's not going to work.
No. GITTIN. Growing Illinois through something.
You keep playing with that. We've got a nice group, and GTTN is an exclusive group, so we don't allow members in that are already represented by a certain type of business. So we already have we have an insurance agent. All right, we're not looking for any more insurance agents. We already have a local lender and a realtor and such, but we do have some business categories not represented. So if you're wanting to do some exclusive networking like that, it's not as expensive as BNI. It's about a 1/10 of the cost of BNI. So much more affordable at GTTN. And we meet the first and third Wednesdays of the month at Machine Shed for breakfast. So those are my shout outs for this week. Joann is sitting by now in her chair and her perch over there at PAWS Humane Society. Good morning, Joann.
Good morning.
Hi,
Happy
Joann.
New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you, Tom.
You too. Did you know any of the trivia questions I asked earlier?
I don't have to take tests. I wasn't on air.
She wasn't standing by. We also
I was standing by. I don't have to listen.
We also blew past the 8:15 mark on the clock, Tom.
But the one ornament he put on made the tree slump.
You knew
know
that.
Anthony Wizard of Oz trivia. I'm good at that.
For some reason, I thought there was already 2 other smaller ornaments on there, and when he put the last one on is when it made it droop. But it's one of those things you think you know, you put it in your brain, but it's not right. All right, we're going to transition now with this. Let's see what this
815 in crowd. 815 in crowd. 815 in crowd. 815. 815.
Hey, that was
Is
fun.
that our
wasn't
new name?
it? You like the new theme?
Yeah. I said, is that our new name? What are we called now?
The In Crowd 815 podcast. It's all
Yeah.
official now. Yes.
So we're members of the in crowd now.
We're
I always wanted to be on the in table.
permanent
That happened
members
at
of the
my
In
last reunion. I sat with the popular kids. It took me how many years, but I finally was sitting with the popular girls. I was so excited.
Oh.
My girlfriend and I were like, we were on cloud nine. We finally made it 50 years later.
Congratulations, Joann.
I know, it still thrills me. Look,
Hey,
we're sitting with, wow.
Just a heads up and a reminder that the All Aglow holiday display at Nichols Conservatory, that ends this weekend. They are planning on packing that up. Yeah, Sunday night should be the last night that's all lit up. As Tom's been saying, and I agree, it'd be sure nice if a bunch of that stuff was left up year round or whatever.
I'm going to just say this.
Well,
it isn't as special if it's always there.
True.
Yeah, but it can be a scaled down thing. I'm talking about beautifying the city, though. See that picture you have up there right now? Wouldn't that be incredible in the middle of July, people driving through and the downtown or the Riverwalk thing is lit up like that? I agree, Joann. You're right. It would be maybe too much, but scaled down. Just highlight some of the trees.
Christmas decorations up.
Well, yeah, but lights are lights. I see a lot of people with lights around their home. They could even be white lights or, they could even be those types of lights. Just light it.
Red, white,
is what I'm saying.
That'd be a lot of fun.
So it's noticeable.
I like the excitement of Christmas.
Absolutely.
And of course, Atwood Center, they do this year round every Saturday from 10 to 2. Birds of Prey every Saturday, and they feed those birds at 1. It's completely gross. Your kids are going to love it. Check that out. New Milford School Road, the beautiful Atwood Center. And when it's dry enough, and even sometimes if it's a little bit damp, but bring your boots, the trails to walk around Atwood Center are really, really nice. And you might see some deer, maybe even some other critters running around the Atwood Center. So
maybe even a grizzly bear. Who knows?
I've seen plenty of deer out there and squirrels. I know some people will see the occasional coyote or fox or something like that. So anyway, love going out to Atwood Center and checking that out. Okay. Did you catch any of that trivia, Joann? That was kind of fun. We're going to try to add that every week.
Sounds good. Yes, I did. I was listening.
Awesome.
I was here.
Awesome.
I'm not good at football stuff.
Well,
the B&O Railroad, I thought it was body odor, but
that's the joke you make when you play Monopoly. That's
body odor.
The B&O Railroad. Oh, you stink.
That's the railroad that Boxcar Willie rides on. He's got B&O. He's got his own separate train car.
Dog owners.
But I was listening.
Okay. Some other randoms for this week. By the way, In Crowd 815 info unofficially still being brought to you by AllTrueEyes, the app that enables volunteers to track, verify, and maintain their own community service data for a lifetime. AllTrueEyes, tell a better story, live a better life. Find the app in your app store wherever you do your app store type shopping. Dog owners being reminded not to brush their pets' teeth with human toothpaste. Research suggested it was being used as a solution to bad breath, and that's not a good idea. It's human toothpaste not meant for dogs. I'm not exactly sure what ingredient in it is causing the issues, but
probably the fluoride.
Yeah, just don't do it.
We have special toothpaste made for dogs.
They have special toothpaste. Yeah, you want to use that. And not human stuff.
I just give my dogs Trident. 4 out of 5 veterinarians recommend it for their patients who chew gum.
I don't know.
I need a great big thing that says, no, don't listen to that advice. That's not good. All right.
Yeah.
Did you buy your pet Christmas presents? 85% of pet owners say they bought their pets Christmas holiday gifts this year.
I usually do. I did not.
Our daughter
this year.
brought something for Veda for Christmas, so our daughter took care of the Christmas gift for our dog.
You know,
I bought my dog a big giant Hershey bar, but since dogs can't eat chocolate, I went
PAWS
ahead
was
and ate it.
selling stockings, and
Yes.
I didn't buy any for my pets, but I did buy one for my granddaughter's cat.
All right. There you go.
And she had fun opening it.
Oh,
The
awesome.
cat.
Christmas tree sales in the U.S. Average price of a Christmas tree, $78. Not around
Wow.
Rockford. No one's paying. I don't think anyone's paying $78 for a Christmas tree in Illinois. 25 million Christmas trees sold in the
It
U.S.
seems an awful lot of money for
I
something you just throw away.
Yeah.
I want to say the most I've spent for a Christmas tree was maybe $30.
I was thinking that's about what I spent too. But I haven't done a real tree in several years.
No, it's been about 4 or 5 years, maybe a little longer since we've had a real tree too. But
We did go years ago when the kids were younger. We would go to Williams Tree Farm, and I'm not sure how much trees cost there.
and you pay for more stuff. You pay for hay rides and goodies. It's not just the tree.
The fun of cutting your own tree down.
It's the
an
experience for
experience.
sure. Carnival Cruise Lines now has 2 ships with roller coasters on them. I'm not sure about the roller coaster thing. I'm excited about Norwegian. Norwegian Cruise Lines has at least one ship with a go-kart track on it and some really big water slides. That stuff sounds pretty fun. I don't know, roller coasters on a cruise ship. That's another topic of conversation. Health experts are saying that adding any kind of movement into your day benefits your health. So one more reason to adopt a dog, get out and walk a couple times a day.
Just dance around the house.
What kind of exercise can you do with your cats, Joann? Is there a cat exercise that?
Well, if you need to kill them, that could be a good exercise.
Good luck.
While you chase the cat around the house trying to get the pill down there.
Last couple things. I think I brought this up a little while ago. There's oat milk, there's soy milk, there's almond milk, there's coconut milk, there's regular milk. The newest entrant, apricot milk.
Ew.
An Australian company upcycling apricot kernels into a new line of dairy alternatives. They're debuting those in Germany first, and then they'll spread across the world. The team behind this innovation is also checking out cherry and plum pits next.
You make milk out of it. I get it, but milk isn't just like cow's milk. It's whatever the term milk really is. Nutrient-rich substance that comes out.
They mix this stuff with the water and they put ingredients in it. I don't know how healthy it really is. I'm kind of on the fence about just how good it. Coconut milk, I kind of get that, but the nuts.
Because coconuts actually have that white substance in it.
There's a song. Come on, Tom, sing the song. The coconut song.
You put the lime in the coconut.
Yeah.
You put the lime in the coconut, stir it all about. You put the lime in the coconut.
Call me in the
Harry
morning.
Nilsson.
All right.
Doctor. I said doctor.
Yay. Job. Now we're
Harry
going to
Nilsson.
off the air. Our new radio show will be
That's
off
great.
the air.
You're going to ban us now for singing songs.
Yeah.
All right. Last random thing for the day today before we get into all things PAWS, and then Tom and I will talk some Packers stuff.
Don't forget, we got
trivia
trivia
for me and
We still got
Joann.
trivia.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
I lose.
That's right. That's right.
The outdated
Trivia.
technologies that you really don't want to give up. Is there something that's outdated? For example, a physical map. If you want a broad overview for countries and regions and states and the highway systems and stuff, it's nice to have a physical map in your hands. I still like those. I think I still have one in my car. Obviously.
You know,
I love
kinda,
maps.
I know this isn't totally outdated, but I still like CDs rather than calling your
VHS.
person,
Yes.
whatever, Alexa, play this song. I still like CDs.
Movies on DVD.
Oh, yes.
Here's the thing. When you buy a stream of a movie, you really never own that movie. But if you buy the DVD, now you have a copy. You have it. But the problem
You
now
have to
is
have
you still have a player.
too, though.
Exactly. I think right now in my house, the only thing that plays a DVD is my old laptop. I don't know if I
I
have
have a
DVD.
laptop that takes DVDs too.
VHS tapes. VHS tapes are the same way. We got rid of a bunch of them a few years ago, and I'm looking at the ones we have left, and I'm going, we haven't played these in years. Who wants them? I don't know that I want to keep them anymore. The other thing would be analog watches, classic analog tick 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 watches. I would prefer that, I guess, over one that's electronic, and needs to be charged every couple of days. That's just me. Any other outdated tech that you would miss besides CD?
I think you both hit on the three that I would say. Maybe phones. I'm not a huge fan of smartphones, but I don't really want a flip phone that you especially for texting. You can't text with an old phone. I mean, move it over, move it over, okay, I got the
right.
One thing I miss with phones is people looking at them all the time.
Like I am right now.
Wherever you go, whether it be to play bingo or to whatever you're doing, if there's a brief moment that people aren't talking, they're like this. And
absolutely.
I went to bingo yesterday. This is my new passion for the new year. And I forgot my phone at home. And I just was looking at the crowd, and that's what they were doing. Any downtime, they were on their phone. So that's kind of, to me, sad.
Yeah.
I do make it a habit.
Your neighbor and talking.
I have made it a habit when I'm at an event, for even like a concert or a comedy show or something. When I'm at an event, I do make it a habit to stop for a while and turn and kind of just watch the audience for a while. We know what's going on the stage. I paid to be here to see that, so I want to see that. But to stop and watch audience reactions for just a little bit to see how is this act actually connecting with the people around me. I highly encourage you to do that. It's like, oh, okay, there's a lot more people here than I thought. And they're really enjoying this show just like I am. Look at this. This is great.
They're not looking at their phones.
So, and then how many are looking at their phones? How many are recording the thing? And it's like, are you really going to watch this again later?
There was a picture on Facebook that showed a family eating around a Christmas dinner or whatever, and they were all, like 30 years ago, maybe 40 years ago, and then today, and it was kind of sad. Everyone had their phone. So that's my biggest one.
I know you're talking about technology and everything else, but what I miss is the good old family dinner where everybody sits around and has dinner. And I don't know, it just so many things about yesteryear that I miss.
That's one of the things we instituted a few years ago, was having a family dinner night. And I highly encourage everybody to do that because it really does make a difference to your to your overall psyche. Having that to look forward to every week, it's just one of those special things that it's like, okay, we're coming up on family dinner night, and what's going to be for dinner this week, and what will the topic of conversation be, and how it's one of those highlights of the week. And even if it end up being a low light for some reason, if it's one of those weeks, it's like, okay, that wasn't very fun, but we reconnected. It was still important to reconnect and still looking forward to next week, whatever night or day of the week that might be. Highly, highly, highly recommend doing that. All right, Tom, hit us with our trivia. With Joann and I are going to be facing off now, playing trivia.
All right.
Oh, Kelly was it?
I think Kelly left.
Oh, Kelly left.
Joanne's already looking for help. Come on,
Yeah.
Joann.
Where's my friends? Where are all my friends?
That's okay. They can play too. Get all the help you want, Joann. Bring them
They're
all.
all sitting with the cool girls at the reunion.
They told me no, they had to work.
Oh, is that what it was? All right. All right. You've got 3 questions. All right. Here we go.
All right.
Christmas, Rockford, and then a tiebreaker, which is a music question. It's fun for all and fair for all. All right. Here we go. Here we go.
Sure.
Your first question. You ready? Drum roll, please.
All set.
All right. Here we go. Christmas question. Frosty the Snowman has 2 eyes made out of coal, a button nose. No, he's got a carrot nose. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Button nose, 2 eyes made out of coal. He wears a hat, and that hat helped him come to life. What was that hat made of?
Silk.
That's what I was going to say.
All right. Well, silk is the correct answer.
Woo!
There you go.
We have to buzz in.
Well, you should. Okay, so Greg, if you're answering, you say Greg, and I'll say, okay, Greg. Joann, if you're answering, you say Joann, and then we'll do it that way. So the first one, you both get a point. Second one. Oh, I got to put options on this because you'll never get it otherwise.
give us obviously wrong answer so we get it right the first time. We just want to make sure we look good.
Yeah. Okay. Illinois became a state in 1818. When did Rockford become incorporated as a city? Was it 1824, 1834, or 1844? Once again, Illinois became a state in 1818. Rockford became incorporated as a city. Was it 1824, 1834, or 1844?
Well, I was going to say something in the 1850s, but since you gave us multiple choice, I know that's wrong. 1844 is my guess.
Joann, what's your guess?
I was going to say 1834.
1834 it is.
Ooh.
There's a group called the 1834 Society here in Rockford, and that is what it is.
Somehow I've heard that somewhere. I don't know where, but.
Well, you guys are 1 and 1, and you can do it. You know what? Forget about saying your name. Just go ahead and answer. If you answer the same, you answer the same. If you answer different, then one of you gets a point. It's okay.
All right.
All right. Tiebreaker. Music question. Here we go. Ready?
Bring it.
Which female musician is older? Taylor Swift or Katy Perry?
I'm going to say Katy.
Once again, which musician is older?
They're pretty darn
Taylor
close.
Swift or Katy
I was going to
Perry?
say Katy too. Katy Perry.
Katy Perry is 39. Taylor
All
Swift is
right.
34.
We did
So
pretty
you
well
both
today.
tied.
Speaking of Katie, welcome to our new followers on our LinkedIn group page, Kate and Charmel and Harrison. Thanks for joining us over there and following us and being a part of our LinkedIn page group. Welcome to Garrett and Lisa and Dr. Sheila, all for being new followers on the InCrowd 815 podcast over on LinkedIn. All right, all things pause here before we wrap up for the hour. Joann, what do we got?
Tour in a new radio show or podcast.
Pet of the week that we want to focus on?
Yes. I was turning my camera so we could
We'll put the big pause
get
logo
the
up here
candy.
quick so people can see all things pause.
There
As
was
Joann's
a very
around.
special cat that I thought, whoops, now I see Tom, I don't see me.
Come on. There we go. All right.
Of course, new month. Now I have to mirror this so we can see it correctly.
There's the mirror. All right. A new year, new adoptions.
Yeah, December was 39 and 7. So, I mean, this is just January 6th. So, I don't know what today will bring, but
46 total adoptions in December. That's awesome.
we did good.
Absolutely. Very cool.
I guess there's workers. They wouldn't help me with trivia.
You You did fine. You got 2.
I thought, oh yeah, I thought I had 3. When Rockford came. This
Oh, you know
Myron.
what? You did. You won. That's right. You
Myron
did win. You got 'em all.
is the pet of the week. I'm gonna mirror. It's looking funny to me. I don't know why. Myron is kind of hiding in the corner, but I have a better picture of him. And he was an owner surrender.
Oh,
He's
there he
9
is.
months old. He's a young cat. Owner surrendered due to allergies.
Didn't know they had cat allergies before they got them, or what?
Well, I don't ask the questions. I just report.
Well, it could be that they developed the allergy, never knew they had
Yeah.
it until they got a cat.
Never was around a cat their whole life. Now they're 50 years old and found
Yeah,
out they're allergic.
Well, even my daughter, she was never allergic to cats until, I don't know, her mid-20s maybe. And then she became allergic to cats.
Yeah, my nurse friend is telling me that. My nurse friend right there.
Didn't hear what you
who's
said.
cleaning for cats. She said allergies can develop at any age. In case you
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
hear
right,
her.
right.
These 3 came in together, but they were found in an alley. So these are the alley cats.
All right.
There he's kicking us out the air again.
The alley cat walk. You know what, Greg? That should be
There
her
we
theme
go.
song, the alley cat walk.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
want a theme song like that. This is Shadow.
Only the
Such
shadow
a bad
knows.
reflection today. Everyone, oh, look, hi. Kind of nice look up. What are you doing looking at me? I got to show you these kittens that are really cute. I mean, all the cats are cute.
Kittens are just a little extra special cute. You can't deny that.
But these are, and I think this is interesting. This is the beginning of Fur Ball.
Yay!
Look at that. So, anybody out there, businesses who would like to contribute, Fur Ball is February, the weekend of Valentine's Day, I think. Oh, Lily is playing with my special kittens.
We are about a month and a week away from Fur Ball. A month and 2 weeks away.
Month, yeah. 4 little kittens.
February
Don't say that
17th,
out.
Saturday night at Tabala.
We don't want to hear that. They're not quite ready to be adopted, but they are adorable. A couple of Chinese in there. I think they're from the same litter. Darker lynx point. But so it's funny how, the same litter can produce different kittens. But you see, the Siamese kind of have tabby in their tail. Gotta love kittens. I think we have another set of kittens here too, a little older. So,
Meow meow.
and this is, we talked about she was, this is such a sad story. She was found as a feral stray, and she was tamed down so that she could become a pet, but she still has issues. So she needs a special owner. And probably living, I think we posted her as Cat of the Week a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And no dogs,
Yeah, probably no people neither, but
right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just saying, she just needs to be her own queen. I have a few cats like that.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Kawasaki he's an older one too, that not older, but has been here. I don't know why I'm having so much reflection today.
It's a new year. It happens.
I'm
think it's the
reflecting
glass.
on the year. I don't really do a lot of reflecting, so.
You're not a journaler type person, are you?
Oh, look at I didn't even see that cat peeking out.
She's down in there in that little bin there.
I just live my life. I don't I don't know. I'm not journal. I don't. Okay, I was gonna turn off. So that's kind of our. We had a couple of kittens back here too. While I'm still.
Oh, you're still.
While I'm still on the air with the kittens. These are furry ones, and this one wants to climb right into your heart.
All right, out of there.
I'm not sure why they're back here. This is our sick bay area.
Oh, okay. We need the medicine. Where's the medicine?
Yeah, I don't ask a lot of questions because I don't always want to hear the answers.
Uh-huh.
So,
Well,
so that's how I roll.
I guess by way of a reminder to everybody as far as the show goes, it's now that we've transitioned from Saturday Morning State Line Show to In Crowd 815 podcast, some things were easier to change names than others. So I'm trying to keep formerly Saturday Morning State Line Show on all of the stuff. So you should still be able to find us that way if you search for Saturday Morning State Line Show. If you're following us on
my name.
Spotify, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, all those places, you should still be able to find us by looking for Saturday Morning State Line Show as things are transitioning over to the new name. But thanks for understanding and following us on all platforms. And of course, if you have any questions about PAWS, be sure and check out their website, pawshs.org, pawshs.org.
I
And
forgot when, and we are looking.
Joann wins the first trophy.
Furball is Saturday,
First trophy.
February 17th.
17th at Tabala.
So it's the week after, or the weekend after Valentine's Day.
Yes.
So is it a traveling trophy?
Sure. I'm going to send it to you via UPS. It'll cost me $14 to send a 50-cent trophy.
My name is on a plaque at Fairview, where I taught for 1,000,000 years. And I said that when they gave it to me, what is the use of this plaque that only hangs at Fairview?
It's posterity. Everyone sees your name on there for ages and ages.
Who is that again?
Right.
I don't know. I want something that I can hold in my hand.
What we need is a picture, Tom, a picture of the trophy so we can just put it big on the screen. And it'll just say, this too.
There you go. I will send you a picture of it, and you can put it up every
That'll
week.
be the plan. Picture of the trophy, and it's all about posterity. And of course, being mentioned here on the broadcast that gets recorded and puts onto Spotify and is there for hours, days, weeks, years. We don't know how long it's going to be there, but
and it's worldwide. So everybody's going to know. The entire world's going to know that Joann was the inaugural winner
And
of
I'm
the
very
trophy.
poor. I'm
Tom's
very poorly at
exciting
trivia.
trivia.
well, let's see who wins this week's big number. Our current race to 10 has Joann leading by 1, 7-6. And our big number of the week this week has the number 7 in it. It's 700,000 is the answer. Truck or target? Truck.
What's the first word?
Truck.
Oh, I see it. I don't know why I can't see it.
700,000. Go ahead and put your guess in the comment sections for those watching around the world. But Joann, I've got Tom's answer. Give me yours. Truck or target?
I will say target.
You're going to say target. And I want to say Tom said target as well. So
I said
neither one of you are getting a point this week. The Ford Motor Company has done it again. Do you know what they did last year?
Maybe your truck.
The F-Series trucks are the best-selling pickups for the 47th straight year. Yes.
Wow.
The longest streak as the U.S. overall best-selling vehicle. Ford sold over 700,000 trucks last year in the F series. So if you look around now, you'll notice how many F-150 trucks there are. There's a bunch of them. You see one every day. If you're on the road, even in Rockford, you'll see one.
Huh.
You just go. So they're everywhere. Target had frenzied activity this last week.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
What happened? You know what happened?
The pink Starbucks cup.
The
$45 for a cup.
Yeah, the Stanley Starbucks stainless steel tumblers were on sale. $49.95 for the big quencher.
I don't
mugs.
get it.
The
Although I
gold-
do need an Adler Christmas tree that has the Wizard of Oz feet on it.
Oh,
Because I saw that on Facebook too.
well, they came out
I
with
think
colors.
Facebook causes lots of people to get buyer frenzy.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
someone will post a picture and
Oh,
then
yeah.
I don't know, I have to have it because Tom has it and Greg has it. Now I need it.
Well,
But-
the weird thing is Starbucks had those special cups the last couple years with the straws and everything, and everyone had to have the next special cup, the next special design. And now all of a sudden, boom, Stanley gets all popular with their mugs, and they just came out with this winter pink limited edition color, and they were selling out everywhere. People were trying to buy them, and they were gone. eBay were selling these things for over $200. People were buying them for $50 at the store and saying, "Oh, I could flip this over now and make 4 times my money." And they were selling them for $200 on eBay. There you go. If you're looking to make a quick buck, but you got to do the work.
Wow.
And the work is waiting in line, getting there early.
But I don't.
Yeah.
I don't, and I think, you know, I know we don't talk about play, but Aldi, which I shop at Aldi.
Yeah.
I don't want to admit it. They have this, what they call the aisle of shame.
Yes.
And they bring things out for a limited time, and people are frenzied about it. And it's just an item. I mean, oh, look, you can only get this Aldi cup this week.
Aren't
And
they
people
usually
are
items that were
nuts
discontinued?
about it. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
it's a marketing scheme, but it's also, there were these deers, and it was the first week of December, and the same thing, they're on eBay for $200, $300, and they were only marketed for like a week or so from Aldi. Can you send me one? People are begging for them. It's strange to me.
You know, you got to have something to look forward to. If it's not a family dinner, it's a tumbler from Aldi. I'm not sure how that works. But Joann, again, Happy New Year. Congratulations on your trivia win today. And we'll see how it goes next week.
Over the week.
you never know what Tom's going to throw at us next week for trivia. So
I may have some education questions
There we go.
next week for you.
there's where you have a striking advantage over me. All right,
Yeah.
Joann, have a great week. We'll catch up with you next Saturday.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
We'll see how this transition
good
works,
one.
Tom. Let's try. We're going to try this and see if it works.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ready? Just relax and enjoy the ride.
In crowd, 815, in crowd, 815, in crowd, 815, in crowd, 815, 815.
You like our new song? I'm really liking the new song. All right. Time to talk about the
Kinda cool.
Packers. We
The Green.
had a great
Bay
New Year's Eve, Tom.
Packers. Years ago, of course. Years
They're not
ago.
world champs yet, but you know,
World champs. Oh no. And I don't
I think
expect that either.
it's not outside the realm of possibility this year. It really isn't. They got to get in the playoffs first, obviously, but
They have to get in the playoffs. Look, if they beat Chicago, they go to the playoffs. but they will have proved
Right.
that they deserve to be there. They will have proved to be one of the top 14 teams out of 32, essentially. They'll be the 7th seed. Sorry, I've been fighting this cold for a while. Back in 2010, when they won this, back in 2010, they were the 6th seed, which was the last wild card. And they ended up beating Philadelphia, then they beat Atlanta, a very good Atlanta team, and then they beat Chicago, 21-14 in the NFC Championship game. And then they went on to beat Pittsburgh 35 to 35
It was
to
quite a run.
21.
It was quite a run.
I believe. Yeah, it was quite a run. They caught lightning in the bottle, you know? Back when you had an Aaron Rodgers who was not a prima donna. I mean, he was a little confident. I think everybody liked it.
He was still young.
But he was still young. He was 3-4 years in the league. Technically 7 years in the league, or 6 years in the league, but his third year, third year as a starter. First 3, he was sitting behind Brett Favre. And make no mistake about it, he learned from Brett Favre. He won't admit it, but he learned a lot from Brett Favre. Jordan Love learned a lot from Aaron Rodgers, and you can see that in his play.
Right. And he's got such calm, cool. He makes mistakes and he doesn't freak out about them. I really like his demeanor on the field and on the sidelines and everything. There's been a couple of times he's thrown some attitude, but I think it's been warranted. So I'm okay. I'm okay with what I've seen.
Okay, so let me take you through the Packers' progression. The first few weeks, they were 2-1. They were listed as the power rankings 10th best team in the NFL. They were 2-1. They had just come back against the Saints. Then they went on a little bit of a skid. Then they won a couple. Then they went on that really bad losing streak where they lost 4 out of 5, I believe. And now everybody's like, Packers are done. They're 6-8, or they were 3-8, something like that. We came back and won 3 in a row. Now they're 7-8, and then I can't remember exactly how it worked out. But nonetheless, that's not the point. The point is they came back with a vengeance, with what they've learned, putting it into practice. You saw the melding of Aaron Rodgers or Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur. You saw those two come together. And I said this early on this year. I said Jordan Love is coachable. Unlike his predecessor, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was probably coachable early on, but over time, he just looked at LaFleur. He looked at Mike McCarthy and he says, you know what, I'm doing it my way. Sorry, coach. And I could see the exasperation on Matt LaFleur's face. It's like, what am I supposed to do? He's the one that met Aaron in the middle, but in the middle meant this way.
Right.
You know, it was like he did 80% of the good communication. Aaron Rodgers did almost none. And that's why the Packers right now are so exciting, because Jordan Love, it appears at this point that he's the real deal. He came through a really bad stretch and came out of it winning. Not only winning, he has 30 touchdown passes.
He should have been made a Pro Bowl selection, and he wasn't.
And he's
just on the last
probably should have.
Definitely should have been.
Probably should have.
Something that Bo Melton, who had the big game against the Vikings, he was interviewed this weekend, and he was saying something I don't think I'd heard this before. All season long, every Monday or the weekday after the game, Jordan Love has all the offense over to his place for dinner so they can go over a film together. And the defense is welcome to come if they want. And he has them at his house, and they're reviewing film together outside of the facility, away from the coaches, just the guys on the offense. And he said the receivers, especially, that's how they've bonded over this year. And that's why this last half of the season has gone so well. They really are connecting, and that's important.
Quick impression of Aaron Rodgers last year.
Yeah.
Now, if you remember, he's constantly hands in the air like, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, Aaron, what did you do in July? Did you come to the non-mandatory team meetings, or were you doing some ayahuasca in wherever you were? I mean, come on, you want to be a team player. Well, number one, you got all the money. Number two, you think you're the best thing since sliced bread. Number three, you don't want to work with the young kids. Number four, you don't want to listen to your coach. And number 5, you have such an ego that you can barely fit in your own bedroom. This is Aaron Rodgers, and this is unfortunately his legacy, because I'm a big fan. I always have been, but it's waning. I got
to give Aaron a little bit of
Love.
credit here these last few weeks, how he has said a lot of good things about the Packers, especially Jordan Love. He seems to truly admire what Jordan's done and is rooting for him. And that part is cool. I got to give him.
What's the alternative? Oh, I think he's just a young kid and he's going to fall flat on his face, whatever. No, you can't say anything other than that. To me, it's superficial. As much as I want to give Aaron Rodgers some credit, I don't hate Aaron Rodgers. I don't. I never hated Brett Favre. I never did. But I'm calling a spade a spade. Aaron Rodgers is all about himself. And that's why you look at the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes got all the money. Well, now they're losing players like Tyreek Hill. And the receiving core right now is
we've got a thing going in Green Bay now with a quarterback who's young, hungry, coachable, relatable, and we have a receivers room, in my opinion, without a true number one.
Yes.
And what that means basically is they're all trying harder. They're all want to be number one. But they're getting along doing it, which is amazing. So
Jaden Reed has 11 touchdowns this
he's
year.
My number one in my head.
Number one. Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, who was supposed to be the breakout guy last year.
Good.
He was good. But and then you've got Tucker Kraft and you got Luke Musgrave, who is your number one tight end, on the bench right now. You got Josiah DeGuara, who is very good. And then you've got another tight end, Mims, I believe his name is. And then you've got Malik Heath. And then you've got Devontae Wicks.
So good.
Deontay Wicks. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That is an incredible receiving core. And the biggest one, the most tenured is 2 years. 2 years. And that's
Reed
Dobbs
and
Christian Watson.
and Wicks all get me really excited. If Watson gets healthy, I'm sure he'll get me excited again, but he's got to fix his hamstring.
Oh, yeah. Dontavian Wicks.
So, and now you've got all these tight ends. Obviously Aaron Jones is back to being healthy enough to impact games.
Yep.
If they're healthy, time.
And AJ Dillon. And when both of those two are playing and playing well, it's a 1-2 punch.
And
Dillon
Dillon's
comes
out
in for
tomorrow.
Jones.
Jones
comes in for Dillon.
He's already been listed as out. So,
all right. Well, then Patrick Taylor, who I like. Patrick Taylor will get some reps. Okay, so
he's going to have to step up. Hopefully, he can.
I one thing about Jordan Love, and then we can quickly talk Bear Packers tomorrow. What Jordan Love is doing that I really love is he's seeing the field. In fact, somebody made a comment on NFL Network this week. They said the game has slowed down for him. It didn't take him long at all. That's why you've seen this resurgence. I guarantee you nobody really truly wants to play the Packers. They'll probably win, but the Packers are going to give them a tough game. I'm talking about if the Packers make the playoffs. Because they're going to play probably Dallas first. I don't think Dallas really wants to play Green Bay. I don't think Detroit wants to play Green Bay. And I don't think Philadelphia wants to play Green Bay. I really don't. But anyway, nonetheless, here's what I'm seeing with Jordan Love. I saw the one play, the one touchdown he hit with Jaden Reed. It was about a 30-yard sling. He just absolutely fired that ball. He's got a gun for an arm, and he's become so much more accurate than he was early on. Right between there, Jaden Reed catches it in stride, touchdown. The one he missed was the one to Bo Melton, where he ended up going down to the ground for it, but it was still a catchable ball. It was still a ball that 8 out of 10 times he's going to catch, and 9 out of 10 times Romeo Dobbs, Christian Watson, Tucker Kraft are going to catch. They have hands. They have good hands. So they're able to make up for any mistakes that
I'm nervous about tomorrow's game.
Are you really? I'm a little nervous about it. but I'm going to make a very, very bold prediction.
Uh-oh.
38-13 Green Bay.
Gosh, I hope you're right.
Well, here's why I say that. I thought about it, and I thought Green Bay's defense can stop Jordan Love. I'm sorry. Chicago's defense can stop Jordan Love from throwing the long ones in this net. Matt LaFleur's offense will trump Chicago's defense. I think what Matt LaFleur does is he innovates, he adjusts. I really, truly believe that what's going to happen is you're going to see the Packers do a lot of quick hits. It's going to make the defense sit back. You are not going to have the pass rush that you normally have. Never mind the running game. The running game will be a bonus tomorrow with Aaron Jones because he does well against the Bears every single time. Give him a hole, give him an opening, and Aaron Jones is going to start knocking off 6, 8, 10-yard runs. So I think Matt LaFleur is the key point here. He's going to innovate. He's going to have some bubble screens. He's going to have a few slants. Jordan Love is very good at reading the defense. When he goes up to the line, he looks a lot like Aaron Rodgers. He's moving him around. He's looking. He's going, come over here. You come over here. You do this. You do that. That's his strong point. Very smart quarterback. So when he does that, now it's going to confuse the Bears a little bit. Now you got Tucker Kraft, boom, 5-yard hitter. He gets 4 or 5 more yards, falls forward, gets first down. I think that's what's going to happen, and it's going to keep the Bears defense at bay. Packers are going to march down the field. They're going to give a couple of quick touchdowns, probably be 14-3 before you can even blink an eye. That's what I'm hoping. The Bears offense, right now, it's pretty much one-dimensional, maybe 2. Justin Fields will run. He'll throw to DJ Moore. That is their offense. Their offensive line still has holes, although it has been better. But one of the reasons Justin Fields runs so much is because that line breaks down and because his decision-making isn't as good as Jordan Love. It isn't as good as 16 to 18 other quarterbacks in the NFL. He's the bottom tier, the bottom half of the quarterbacks in terms of decision-making. So that's why he runs a lot. Green Bay will have a spy on him, probably Quay Walker. He's about the fastest linebacker we have. He'll have a spy on Jordan Love, on Justin Fields. And Justin Fields, I know there are too many J's. He'll have a spy on Justin Fields, and he won't get as many yards as you think. DJ Moore will probably be double-teamed. Joe Barry is going to go out fighting. Maybe. I
would hope so.
Maybe there's a chance that he keeps his job in the back of his mind. I don't think there is, and I really hope not. But I think in the back of his mind, if Green Bay puts together a game plan like you wouldn't believe, and they win 38-13 or 35-10 or 27-14 or whatever.
I think it's going to be low scoring.
You do? It could very well be. As long as we have one more point than them, that's all I care about. But I just think that Green Bay is really mad about last year, losing to Detroit. It's not going to happen 2 years in a row.
That's what makes this game so interesting. They have that experience from last year. They don't want to repeat that again. The Bears defense, ever since they got Montez Sweat, has been lights out. They have been so good these last 6 games, whatever it's been.
They have been.
That's where I think Luke Musgrave is supposed to be back on the field. So if you've got Musgrave and Kraft, if the Bears don't have an answer to our tight ends, I think we win.
And with a quarterback like Jordan Love who can get the ball wherever he needs to, he hasn't had throws lately.
Yeah, that's where I see the victory happening. Quick hitters to the tight ends. If Bears can't stop those guys, then they have to adjust their defense to try to stop them. That opens up Aaron Jones for the run. That opens up Dobbs or Reed for the deeper passes. And if Bo Melton is still hot, hey, hit Bo Melton deep. I mean, let's go.
Out of the 16 games, yeah, absolutely. Out of the 16 games the Packers have played, Jordan Love has had 0 interceptions in 9 of them.
That's amazing.
Oh, yeah, it really is. But he threw 3 in one game, 2 in a couple of games, and a 1-1-1-1. So
I'm so impressed with his numbers, with his attitude. It's been a great season to find out we have the guy. Let's build around this guy.
Right.
We got the guy. Gosh, yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be a low-scoring, cold affair up in Green Bay tomorrow, and I hope they win. I want to say they're going to win. The Bears. This is the Bears Super Bowl. This is it for the Bears. So they're going to be playing harder than they've played all season long. This is like a 16-14 kind of a game. It might come down to an Anders Carlson field goal at the end of the game. That would.
Oh dear God! Bring back Chester Markle, please.
Wow. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
You could be right. You could be right. But what I really do believe is that the cream rises to the top. And clearly, and I'm sorry, Bear fans, this is not meant to slam you. You're still a few years away. With that defense, maybe you're only a year or two away. But Green Bay is a better team. They're better coached. I think they have some better players. Obviously, the Bears have some better players. Montez Sweat is maybe the best player on that field tomorrow. You know, Justin Fields is pretty doggone good. He might be the real deal for the Chicago Bears, but that line still has to shore up. Their secondary, the Bears secondary is getting better with Jaquan Brisker, Jalen Johnson. It's getting better, but you still have to cover. You still have to. And when you got Jaden Reed, who is really fast, breaking away, that's the deep threat they haven't had for a while.
I love how almost every game this year, nearly every game this year, the Packers' first offensive possession, first play of the game, what was it? Deep ball.
Oh, the deep ball.
Hey.
Deep ball. Yeah. That's what set the tone for the Packers last year. Yeah. When Christian Watson went right through his hand, and Aaron Rodgers was like, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know why he's not on the same page as me. Because you weren't around, moron. That's why.
Right. So
that's a no-brainer to me, and I don't know why Aaron Rodgers or the Jets couldn't figure that one out. By the way, I've heard this said a few times, and it makes perfect sense. Why are the Jets so pitiful this year? It's not because Aaron Rodgers broke his Achilles on play number 4. It's because he said, I got to have Nathaniel Hackett. I got to have Randall Cobb. I got to have Alan Lazard. I got to have this. I got to have that. Well, they're not exactly primetime players and coaches, especially Nathaniel Hackett.
They let Aaron GM their team too much. And if they let him do it again next year, good luck. I mean, it's
yeah. No matter how good he is, he's still 40 years old with a busted up Achilles.
Well, the game tomorrow is going to be a lot more fun if you're right. I hope the Packers start running off with it and they win 30-something to teen something or whatever. But my prediction is going to be 16-14. And
all right. I can either way. I don't care. I don't care if they win 3-2. Fine. Field goal to a safety. I don't care. But yeah, it's going to be by halftime. You'll see the tone set. By halftime, I think. And I think the Bears are playing for a couple of things. Number one, their best motivator for any team is we can knock these guys out of the playoffs. We can do that. We can knock these guys out of the playoffs. That is their best motivator. They're going all balls to the wall, whatever. They're going to go full force. Do they want to save Eberflus's job?
The locker room, so I think
they want to keep? Probably. He probably will be around for another year. Do they want to save Justin Fields as their quarterback, save that draft choice, and use it for something else? Maybe, maybe not. But I think tomorrow will tell. If Justin Fields throws 3 touchdown passes, a couple of key third downs, runs for 112 yards, the Bears win 27-16, you're going to see a lot of fun in Chicago, because what that will mean is that Green Bay and Chicago ended up with an identical season, 8-9. And that would be the biggest thing that could happen for Chicago. So there is motivation there.
I see Justin Fields tomorrow having a good enough game to stay with the Bears. Even if he loses, if he doesn't turn the ball over a lot, if he doesn't do a lot of dumb mistakes, I think he stays with the Bears. And I see the Bears trading their number 1 pick to someone for a ransom. They're going to get 3 or 4 or 5 draft picks for their number 1 pick. And they're going to build a great team, and they're going to be something to contend with for the next few years as they put these young talent around Justin Fields and what Eberflus is. If Eberflus can get himself some decent coordinators, because he had to let some people go this year that he wasn't anticipating.
Yeah. I was going to say, ouch, I just heard what you just said. No, but you're right. Yeah, I think you're exactly spot on. I think they're going to get an absolute bundle and they've got the first pick and the 10th pick or maybe the 11th, or maybe the 9th, whatever, but the 10th pick. And then they're still going to have a second round pick and a third and a fourth and a fifth. And then next year, who knows? Maybe they've got another, a second, first, a second, three thirds, two seconds, three thirds, or something.
There's enough
like
teams that want quarterbacks that they're going to give up, similar to what Carolina gave up last year to the Bears, to do this all over again. So
you know what I see the Bears doing? Trade number one and get a second, a third, and a fourth again. So they have like 14 draft picks. And then you trade your other number one, which is the 10th pick overall, and you get another second and another third.
Yeah.
They could do it this year.
Deep enough, because they need some receivers. They need some talent. They've got some digging.
And you will get receivers, you will get linemen, you will get a lot of good players in the second round. Remember, there's only 32 picks in that first round. So you start fresh in the second round with a couple of picks. You get the 38th and the 40th pick of the draft. Pretty good.
I'm excited about the game tomorrow. I don't know exactly where I'm going to be watching it yet, but I'm going to be watching it somewhere.
You're welcome to come over to my house and watch it. I'm going to have a couple of friends over. You're more
I
than
don't know
welcome.
if we can handle that. I don't know. It might be too much.
Oh, I've got 3 Bear fans and me, so I would actually love you to be there. No, but I guarantee you, they're all good guys. They're all good guys. They don't gloat. They're like me. They don't do the your team stinks. Because I won't watch games.
All right. I think we've hit max content for the week.
Oh, I got everything out that I wanted to say.
I'm looking for one last thing to see if I got this. There was one other thing I wanted to think about trying, and I think there it is. So I'm going to try to play this and play us out and see if this works. Hey, look at that! Look at that! All the bears looking over your head.
Yeah. Well, they're not all bears. Some of them are lions, and some of them are tigers, and some are bears.
Oh my!
That was your cue.
My cue. Where's my logo?
You missed your cue.
Next week on the In Crowd 815 podcast, we've got Natty DeLaTorre from DLT Stone Countertops. They're going to be hosting the In Crowd networking group at the end of the month. So we're going to talk about that next week with Natty. Remember, you change the world when you help one person. So be a blessing to someone this week. We'll try to do the same and meet you back here for another Saturday morning State Line show. All right. If I turn this music off, and will it let me turn this music on? And let's see if this actually works for me. Play.
One other thing, if we could reserve the week after for Danielle from NAMI, because we got the NAMI fundraiser. I'll get a hold of her.
We might have 2 guests in 2
this
weeks.
week.
That would be fine. That'll be a fine thing too. That'll be fine.
You okay with that?
Okay,
very good.
Media player,
Very good.
play it for me, please. Please, media player. There we go. Later, everybody.
In crowd, 815 in crowd, 815.